What's good, you guys? It's Capital J Productions, and I'm back with another video. And today we're talking about a very important topic, right? The power of your tongue. Understanding that power that you have, right? Now, right, I'm gonna start off with a verse. I usually don't do this, but I'm gonna start off with Proverbs 18:21, which is death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Okay. Now, I knew this verse for a long time, right? And there's so many different various of this, or versions, I should say, of this scripture that's in the Bible that you can go to different books, different quotes. But man, understanding this is like the key to life, right? Because once you really understand this is when you're going to start watching how you speak to people, right? Watching what you say, watching what you think, because you think we have negative thoughts all the time, right? But that don't necessarily mean you should speak what's in that negativity that's in your mind. A lot of the times you need to block it out, and you need to not speak it, right? There's going to be times where, people trigger you, or, in some cases, yeah, some people need that hardship, and you got to speak that tongue, or you got to be negative to certain people. But most of the times you don't need to be negative towards people, right? Like you gotta have that positive tongue, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have that positive mind. And you definitely need to be speaking this before you even speak to somebody else. You need to be speaking over your own life, right? Because that's how you're going to get through this life. That's how you're going to get things done. That's how you're going to be able to get through this world, by speaking to yourself, speaking to your situations, speaking to people and things that try to get in your way. These, demonic filled people. Everybody is, they all are, not all, but majority, a lot of people are demonic. You even see like people are even brave enough to put the little devil emoji on their all over their pages. They put it on their quotes. They put it, on their timelines. And, you got to pay attention to that. And you got to understand that, yeah, it may be a little, they may just only see they make it all cute, it's just the emoji, but it's not just the emoji. You know what I mean? It's a spirit behind that emoji, right? So y'all gotta understand like who y'all talking to. Understand that it's a bunch of death out here, right? And you don't need to waste your time, right, speaking to people who is wrapped in death, who is wrapped in the devil's spirit, right? There's a lot of people with these demonic spirits in them these days, right? So understand that. Have an understanding what type of world we live in, and so you can have an understanding. Okay, when I get out there, I know to expect some negativity, but I'm going to control my tongue, right? I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do, and I'm not going to speak negativity upon them unless I necessarily really have to. And that's it. So please understand this, right? Please do a good job. Please practice understanding this scripture, okay? Because it is death and life. It's just like the verse says, it's death and it's life, and in the power of your tongue. You have the key. Control your mouth, control your tongue, right? You have to do it. Okay. You master this and watch how your life change. I know, because my life changed. I used to stay in the ghetto for majority of my life, and I haven't lived in the ghetto for a long time. I live in a very nice neighborhood now. My whole life I've never thought God would bless me with all the things that I have today. And I'm here to I'm blessed enough to sit here and talk to you guys about the blessings that I have. And it was all because I decided to change. It's because of really this verse, right? Which is the power in the tongue and the power of changing the mind, because they both work together. Okay. So please understand this so you can change your life. God bless. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.